time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. There's just something about the nightcap. After a day of wall-to-wall football, it just seems this is when chaos ensues. It's the Middle Tennessee State Blue Raiders. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put total end. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. And here comes the guy that is a surgeon in this attack. One of the better quarterbacks in the country, a lot of talent and the ability to elevate his team.
And honestly, this is the kind of game, if you're a quarterback, you're thinking, I am going to stat it up, and this is a potential Heisman Trophy resume builder for me. Going up against a defense like this, David, that obviously has had a lot of struggles. They've had some inexperience. They've had injuries. Whatever it is, they give up too many big plays thrown against the pass. And this quarterback, you know that he is excited about this opportunity.
Yeah, I think the only way you could say, hey, maybe this is a game, maybe when they watched the tape it was so bad that they got a little bit overconfident and didn't prepare the way they need to. This is not a matchup where the defense feels good. Like they're not going, oh yeah, I like my wide receiver matchups out wide, or I like the way I match up in the box. So how do they hide some of that and maybe find something that works today to slow down this high-powered offense?
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Trying to escape and get it himself. He hits the slide, and he's got enough to convert that 3rd down.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Well, just nothing happening that time for the QB, right? RPO keeps it. He's trying to throw, nobody there. He tries to buy time, getting out to his right-hand side, but the defense took everything away and just forced the quarterback to have to eat the football.
A 1st down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Off play action. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
As a play caller, you love to see your guys getting into a rhythm early in the game, right? 3rd down, you dial up the slant. It's a good route, a good throw. This offense is off to a nice start.
Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Wants to throw it again. Quickly complete. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Red pass hits complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. Back to pass. It's complete to the left. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
On first down from the 13-yard line. They'll go to the counter play. Finding some room. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
On defense, when they line up with numbers and they line up on your side, you're like, you're ready, it's coming right here. And then all of a sudden they mix in counters and they pull 1 or 2 guys and go back the other direction. That's a really good job by the offense keeping the defense on their heels.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing it.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs. So Middle Tennessee's offense takes the field for the first time in this game.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Bringing the heat. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
Well, that's not Lamar Jackson back there scrambling around. This is a guy the defense felt like if we can get him out of the pocket and flush him, we can get after him and chase him, bring him down. And they did that one pretty easy there, getting the sack.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Looking left. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Yeah, and how about the linebacker? You know, you ask him to do so much on the football field, to cover so much ground. You don't always ask him to go man-to-man, but when you do, the linebacker comes through, swats the ball to the ground.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. He'll try to get to the marker himself. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down.
Man, interesting play call on 3rd and long. I think we're thinking pass and which matchup do they try to exploit, and they try to sneak a run in there, and the play's fine. I mean, They run the option very unsuccessfully, small gain, and now we got fourth down.
He gets it away from his own end zone. Cradles it at the 35. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. To the air on first down. He tries to take the top off. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11.
And maybe that's exactly what this offense needed, man. They needed a big play, some kind of momentum to go their way. Offense really hadn't showed up in this football game yet. That gets them going. Maybe the QB gets a little juice. Maybe this is what that offense needed to get rolling.
Looking downfield on first down. The grab and go as he takes it in for the touchdown.
When you have so many playmakers on offense like they do, they can score quickly. You just saw it right there.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Fielded in the end zone, it's Taylor. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. So the Blue Raiders come out ready to go on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Here's a hit. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. That last howitzer was nice. How about another one just like it? Wants to return it. Gets away from one. He's got space. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wants to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. This is going to have to be unleashed. He gets a hand on it, it's blocked. Not gonna get there as this defense makes a stand.
And they had been practicing this all week long. They saw something on film that made them think they could overload them on the right-hand side, and they were able to get back there to block that kick.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. He'll start this drive firing. That's caught. It's Galloway. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
3rd and long equals pass almost every single time. Pin your ears back, go get the quarterback. Great job by the defense, understanding the situation. Everybody flying upfield, putting pressure. Know the quarterback's going to hold and get to him. Strip, sack, you get the rock.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's got it! Into the end zone for a touchdown. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Taylor. And the returner goes down. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Keeps it himself. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
Well, that time on 3rd down, they're trying to see if they can catch the defense napping. They go with the option play, but a great job by the defense being alert, being aware, anticipating it may come. Nothing there. They forced the negative play, now setting up 4th down.
Slips through the line. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Gets it to the back. And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the first down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
To the air on first down. Makes the catch and gets the score.
And you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited, get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? On the run, it's Martin. At the 35, he's loose. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Jones. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Wants to throw on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's picked off right at the goal line. They knock him down, but the offense going to get away with that one, as this will be a pass interference call against the defense. So the penalty for pass interference will allow this offense to run one more play on an untimed down. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Perfect chance for us to put the first two quarters under the microscope. This team is on top right now thanks in large part to the play of that burner on the outside. It's like he has glue on his hands, catching every ball that comes his way, and he's helped build this halftime advantage. Either way, it's time to find out. Back to the best in the biz for the start of this third quarter.
We're just about ready to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Middle Tennessee State comes out onto the field. The offense ready to go to work. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese.
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And you can't start the half any better than that. You talk about going in, making halftime adjustments, talking about what they did. It looks like they knew exactly what they were going to do. Come out, read the pass, break on the football, make the pick, and draw first blood here in the third quarter.
Great place to start for this offense. Rides the option, he keeps it. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up.
Snags it, and there's running room. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And that's the look in man coverage you can throw the hitch route against, right? When the receiver's got a little bit of access, who's got some room to work with. Against press, you're risking a pick 6. So good decision there by the Q, knowing that was a good look to throw in.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. He'll try to get to the marker himself. There's some room. Headed to the end zone. Saunters into the end zone for a touchdown.
Man, it's so nice to have an offense that can do so many different things and attack you different ways. When you run the option the normal way with a running back, the defense knows how to play it. But how about this? The receiver out wide, now a little confusion. QB takes advantage and punches it in for 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. Fielded in the end zone. It's Taylor. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Trying play action. With the catch, it's Martin. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Here's the pressure. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
They kick it away on 4th down. Wants to bring it back. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Makes the grab. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Fires into the end zone. It's caught. That's a touchdown.
And a lot of times when you get down here in the red zone, man, it's players, not plays. Finding your individual matchups that you feel very confident in. And I'm not surprised they went to their go-to wide receiver. And I'm also not surprised that he won on the outside and got the touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and the score is 35-3. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Leaves it with the back. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
He'll run it again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
He's gonna look for a man on third and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Man, that is such great third down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that first down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw on first down. Firing to the right, complete. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's O'Leary. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll run play action. Makes the catch. It's O'Leary.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Gets the back moving. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Finds space on the right. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like, they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They've built a lead. But you can just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to continue to grow.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Now the play fake. And give him another 6. Grabs him for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
I gotta be honest, as a guy that used to play for Steve Spurrier, I never have a problem watching offenses continue throwing the ball when they've got a big lead. And that's what we've seen in this one. They're way up on the scoreboard. This coach is still letting this guy chuck the rock. That now his 5th passing touchdown, and I believe you keep throwing it until the defense proves they can stop you.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. So it's an 80-yard drive, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. And this sophomore signal caller really seems to be out of sorts, not exactly sure what he's seeing. And you can mark that clash as advantage defense, as corners made plays. Really, the whole secondary has, David.
They have, and this whole defense has. And this QB, man, he's been very ungood. Like, I don't know how else to say it. Like, he just hasn't been the guy that he has the potential to be and hasn't put drives together. And this offense has just sputtered, and it's just one of those days they want to forget.
They'll give it to him again. There's a crease. Makes it past the marker. A very productive run. Gets it inside the 40 all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Let's send the tight end in motion. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. That's just inexcusable. A delay of game penalty there, and now it is 2nd and a mile and a half. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Gives it on the option. Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on 3rd down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.